Mr. Deputy Speaker, the wet season is fast approaching for us in the province, and West New Britain is one of the disaster-prone provinces. There was a moratorium started in 2017 for all tax credit, and the former minister called for review, which was completed in 2018. Mr. Deputy Speaker, the tax credit scheme was back at the end of 2018. New Britain Palm Oil, being one of the major corporate company within our province, who does help during the time of disaster, especially when there was bridges collapsed or road networks cut off between Kimbe and Biala. But they have applied since beginning of 2019, and to date they are still waiting for the approval from Planning Department. Can the Honourable Minister give some assurance that these tax credit projects will be taking off for the benefit of our people in West New Britain and also for various other parts of the country? Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker.
I think one question he raised in his statement on the tax credit scheme, Deputy Speaker, I must make mention that one, my department implements the tax credit scheme. In terms of the approval he's talking about, in terms of projects that were approved, previous decisions were made, one of which was to increase tax credit scheme from the percentage that was there to 2%. I would like to make mention to this House and honourable members that consultations have taken part, and on our department, Treasury, IRC, Customs, other revenue agencies that are responsible for collecting revenue. Because when we talk about tax credit scheme, it's about advancing tax for government programs like the ones for roads, other facilities that are done by tax credit scheme programs. There's about a couple of companies that actually do tax credit scheme for the benefit of this House. One of them, which would be Octedi Mining Limited, Pogora, Newcrest Mining, Oil Search, ExxonMobil, New Britain Palm Oil, Aga Oil Palm, Ramu Agro Limited Industries. These are the companies engaged in tax credit scheme. Now, the consultation that happened has gone through already. It's, I would like to advise through you, Deputy Speaker, that we've sent those consultations that have been facilitated through my department, through Treasury. Now, that is sitting in Treasury. I signed a letter this morning, coincidentally, advising Prime Minister and also Treasury Department to expedite that process so we can bring it forward. Now, that letter and those that we send to Treasury, Treasury will go through that so that we can expedite and increase to the 2% ceiling that the government has made a decision on. So, to the Governor and other provinces that are implementing tax credit scheme, the issue was the increase to the 2%. All that we're waiting for, Deputy Speaker, through you, is that we're waiting for Treasury to come back to us. And Prime Minister, in one of our conversations 2 weeks ago, asked me to expedite from Treasury and in consultation with the Treasurer, if we can bring that forward so that we can have the 2% to do projects that those companies are doing in terms of tax credit scheme. So to the Governor, I will make it my business. I signed a letter to Treasury today and CC to Prime Minister asking for that document to be expedited so we can increase and at the same time deal with those tax credit scheme programs that are happening in country as well. So that is we've done our share, our part on national planning as the implementer. Now it's just with Treasury to expedite paperwork on their side on the increase and also getting back to us, and we can expedite this week. And I can have a concrete answer for him as soon as Treasury gets back to me and to the people of West New Britain who are affected by those issues they are facing in terms of those tax credit scheme programs. Thank you, Deputy Speaker.